Hello, welcome everybody. Episode 227 of the Michael Lab Show. Happy Tuesday. Happy September 20th, 21st, 22nd. Happy September 21st. It is beautiful outside. It's not the first. I think it might be the first day. I don't know when the first day of fall is. It might have already happened. Come on, candle. There we go. Light my candles up. Getting high as a kite. First day of fall. 2021 is September 22nd. So tomorrow is going to be the first day of fall. It's been quite a summer. It's been the summer of freedom. It's going to be the fall of freedom. It's going to be the winter of freedom. We're back, baby. We're back, son. We're done. COVID's over, bro. It's over, man. At this point, there's nothing else you can do. There's nothing else you can do to make me believe it's still happening. Now, I'm being a little facetious, right? I'm kind of, I'm kind of joking. But seriously, at the same time, not really, bro. Like, it's crazy. I haven't really spoken on it yet, but like for the past 3 weekends, college football has been going on. I can't get comfortable. Come on, see. NFL's been going on for the last 2 weeks, and dude, the stadiums are packed, bro. Like there's no room. It's 100%. Every single city you go to, everywhere from Tampa to Miami to Dallas to Houston to Kansas City. So we got all the red ones. Now let's talk about the blue ones, since we love to make teams and just team each other out. New York Giants, Los Angeles Rams, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm trying to think. Come on, brain, get you thinking. Oh, Seattle, 100% everywhere. Everywhere. We are rocking and rolling, maskless, just getting it on, dude. We're back, bud. Why can't we just say that we're back? Why do we still have to press fear into everybody? People are getting vaccinated. It's 70% of the country's vaccinated at this point. We know what to do if you get sick. We know what can happen if you get sick. And it sucks if you get sick and you're out of shape and you're not healthy. You're going to have a hard time. But dude, at this point, we have to we got to stop with this fear mongering. Like there's nothing left. The only thing we're talking about now is kids. And like I've seen like these sad like commercials, like these it's crazy. Like, you know how we have like there's a collective idea that there's little dog kennel commercials like sad, nobody wants to see that. Dude, I feel the same way about the kids. By the way, I'm just going off the top here, so I might say some things that are crazy, but if you listen to this podcast, you're probably crazy. But like I see these kids like in hospitals and like these really, like they use these kids as like publicity to like scare people. And I'm not saying like, kids should die. I'm not saying that at all, but like what I am saying is that kids are like, people are going to get sick, and like at this point I think we're done, bro. Like I think we're just done with this. Like if I had a kid, I don't know. Like would I have my kid wear a mask? I think so. I'm not too sure. But like I every single weekend, here's what it is. And to Towson, if you're listening to this, I'm representing you guys. Don't get mad. This is just the truth, and I'm just trying to point out the absurdity of things that are happening right now. Monday to Thursday, I go to school. I have 3 classes. I drive to school, no mask on. I sit in my car, no mask on. I walk all the way up to the door with no mask on. I put my mask on, right? Because that's a school policy, and we got to follow the school policies. So I put my mask on. I walk into class. I walk out of class. Friday night comes around. Everybody who was wearing a mask in school is now going out and partying together, hammered drunk, high off of cocaine, doing ecstasy, doing Xanax, swapping spit, and partying all night. And they're not wearing a mask. And then they go back, and then they got to wear a mask in school again. all weekend. They're going to football games. If you've seen any of the football, I knew it was over when I was, I think like 3 weeks ago. It was Thursday night or Friday night or whatever. I think it was Thursday night because I was at work. And Virginia Tech was playing a football game. They were playing against Duke University, or no, University of North Carolina, UNC. And the place was just rocking. They have 30,000 students. Their seat capacity is 66,000. Inside of school, they all have to wear a mask. But outside of school, none of them have to wear a mask. None of them. And it's just, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows the rules. Like, even in the state of Maryland, like, the state law is no mask required, right? And Governor Hogan put a restriction saying no mask. Local government cannot mandate mask restrictions. He said that back in May. But the counties have put in, some counties have put in mask mandates for 100 cases a day. But like Anne Arundel County hasn't, because Stuart Pittman is not going to do it because Hogan will smack his ass around. But in the county executive in PG County, Montgomery County, and Baltimore County, and the city of Baltimore has put in a mask mandate. In Baltimore, you got to wear a mask if you go in a store. But at M&T Bank on Sunday night, there was no mask to be seen. And they had 50,000 people, 60,000 people just partying, drinking, tailgating, and playing these and just going crazy, which, like, I respect, dude. Once if you continue with these restrictions, there's going to be no turning back. Because even if you are vaccinated, which the majority of America is vaccinated, it gets to a point where you're like, I don't want to, let's just get back, bro. Let's just get back to normal things. And I feel like we're there. And this is not, I'm not throwing shade at, I'm not trying to be an asshole to people who work in the hospitals. I'm not trying to be an asshole who, like, the people who are on the ICU units. But, like, as a country, where do we, no pun intended, where do we pull the plug? Like, where do we decide to just go back? Like, why can't we just go back? It's crazy at this point. Like, I don't know anybody. I have not spoken to one person, and I speak to every American possible. I speak to Republicans, Democrats, white, blacks, Mexicans. I speak to anybody, everybody, and nobody wants to be locked down anymore. Nobody wants restrictions anymore. People just want to live their freaking life at this point, bro. We have cities completely going underwater in Louisiana. We have we have these. We just have so much going on, and like I don't know. And like they're trying to push this $3.5 trillion package, which is like crazy. China's defaulting on like a $300 billion real estate company, which is going to crash our market, which is crashing our market right now. But, hold on to the ship, guys. September's never a good, September's the worst month of the year for the stock market. It always has been. It always has been. Companies report their taxes this time of the year. Like it's a bumpy ride, bro. And I didn't even notice it last year. I think stocks were actually up last September, so I didn't really notice it. But this year, like, I'm taking a hard hit. And remember, your boy's still invested in Doge, man. He's still invested in Doge. He's still invested in Bitcoin. I'm holding those ones forever, bro. I ain't never selling those. Unless I really got to make a payment for something, unless I got to pay back my drug dealer, I ain't never going to sell those. But, yeah, I just felt like I had to sound off on that for a second because it's so confusing, man. It's so confusing. Like, I don't know. Like, and it sounds, I don't want to give too much credit to football, but, like, the NFL is single-handedly, I guarantee, going to push so many people going like, what are we doing? I'm watching all this football. I'm watching people drink beer, slap each other's hands, football players running into each other. And, I mean, I don't know. It's just, America's not stupid. We're not dumb. Right. So like it gets to a point where and all of us know people who work in a hospital, and it's not like crazy. Like I know people who work in a hospital, and it's, there's people in ICUs, but like there's always going to be people in ICUs. People go out and get drunk and get in a car and drive it through a freaking telephone post all the time. Like the vaccines are there. If you want the vaccine, get the vaccine. If you don't want to get the vaccine, don't get the vaccine. Like that's my stance on it. Like I'm so tired of people who have the vaccine, like bullying people who don't have it. Like it's a crazy thing. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, I'm vaccinated. I don't care if you're not vaccinated. I really don't. And call me like a grandma killer. Call me whatever you want. But like, that's my stance on it. That's my stance on it. The same way that, and I know, and people are gonna say, oh, it's a public health thing. I hear you on that, but it's also not anymore. But like the same way, like, here's my stance on freedom. You can't pick and. Could you try again? That scared the living shit out of me. Shut up, Siri. You can't pick and, sorry about that. You can't, those are my watch. You can't pick and choose freedom. In my opinion, you can't pick and choose when you want to do it. And like at this point now, the freedom to make a choice. If you want to, here's a argument that I think is completely valid, and I hear it all the time. Like with the abortion thing, if it's my body, my choice, then my body, my choice should apply to everything. It's something that people don't want to address, and the media doesn't really talk about. It's people talk about it in real life. I've had plenty of conversations with people who say that to me. The same people who think everyone should get vaccinated thinks that you should be able to get an abortion wherever you want. The same people who think abortions are evil are saying that my body, my choice, I don't want to get vaccinated. If you're gonna play one side of the coin, you gotta play both sides of the coin, because that's freedom. Freedom is the choice to do whatever the hell you want to do. And I'm in that camp. I believe in freedom. I believe in freedom. I believe in getting the vaccine if you want it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. And also, if you don't get it, don't ask me why I didn't get it. Or if you do ask me why I didn't get it, I'm not going to, I shouldn't have to tell you why. So like, F off. And by the way, I'm vaccinated. I'm just speaking from what I see. People bully each other. It's a crazy thing. And like from the beginning, I said, if I've been vaccinated, put me in a room with 1,000 people who haven't been vaccinated, who have COVID. I will go in there, because if I trust the science says I should be fine. Because when they first came out, it was a 95% effective rate. And I know it goes down over time. I'm not an idiot, but like, Jesus Christ, man, what are we doing? Like, we're creating a whole different separation of the country. Tired of it. Yo, did you see the Florida flag? Jesus Christ, man. Like, Florida's a cool state, bro. It's just full of crazy weirdos, and I love weirdos. And I got some weird socks on. I have orange socks on. I don't think I can see that. No, you can't see it because I have terrible flexibility. I have orange socks on with cappuccinos on them, with coffee beans. And then on my feet, I got Birkenstocks, man. I've gotten these Birkenstocks for my birthday from my lovely, beautiful girlfriend who puts up with so much shit. She's I don't think it would be possible for another girl to date me. I don't think so. I think they would run away very quickly. Like, I'm not like, the energy that you see right here is the energy that I give in real life. I don't like that at all. The cover of this thing right here. You see that? The fear of holes is like a real thing. What is it? The fear of holes. I gotta look it up now. I finished one of my books. I finished Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. Great book. Beautiful book. Fear of holes. Yeah. Trypophobia. Trypophobia is a fear of holes. Trypophobia. It's disgusting. It doesn't bother me too much. What bothers me about it is, so if you Google it, there's like a honeycomb, that's fine. But like the show one on the hands, that's terrifying. That's disgusting. That makes me hurt. Don't like that one on the fingertip. Symptoms of trypophobia. Goosebumps. That is so funny, you get goosebumps. Because those are like little holes. Not little holes, but I mean. So symptoms of trypophobia. This is how you know if you have trypophobia. This is from Very Well Mind. Goosebumps. Hilarious, by the way. Shaking. Fear and anxiety. Panic attacks. Rapid breathing. Vomiting. Okay, I don't have it like that, but like I can't see like the ones in the hand. A fear of tiny clusters of holes. I'm always so fascinated with like what humans do and don't like. And I think that's why COVID has taken over the world so much, because it really locks into like our biological system. You know, like pathogens are scary, man. They're scary. They kill. Viruses are scary. The whole goal is to kill. Some would say we're the greatest parasites of all time, which, I think is a valid argument. This is a valid argument. Parasites, they find a host. They live in the host. They do, they don't really do a lot of good things with the host, but they just bury themselves in. With time, they destroy and they take down the whole thing. There's that parasite for the cricket. I think it's a cricket. What's it? The parasite. Parasite that leads to cricket to commit suicide. I think it's a horsehair worm. That's what it is. It's called a Paragordius virus. It's disgusting. Paragordius virus is a parasite species in the horsehair worm group. The cycle between terrestrial and aquatic habitats. I cannot look at my cough right now because it looks disgusting because I'm reading about this because fucked up in the head, and are most commonly known for the ability to manipulate their definitive host to jump in a pool of water, which allows them to complete their life cycle. So this stupid little bastard jumps in to a cricket, or a cricket consumes it somehow, whatever it does. And then it forces the cricket to commit suicide by jumping. Okay, so that's what probably happens. He probably drinks water or whatever, or lands himself like on a tree or something, jumps into the freaking water, or he lands into, and then it's on a tree or it's in water. The cricket gets it, consumes it, sticks to his body or whatever. And then the bastard goes through his brain or releases some chemicals and sticks into his asshole, falls out of his butthole, and then forces the cricket to commit suicide. It's a crazy thing. And then it regrows and does this thing again. But it's just so mind-boggling to me. Like, viruses like that exist. Like, why do they, like, it's a crazy thing. Like, this world is so dark. It's all about killing and surviving and reproducing. It's all about just having sex and making more copies of everything. But like, in a lot of ways, that's humanity. That's in a lot of ways, that's what we are. Our job is we don't really have a job, but what we end up doing subconsciously or consciously is we have this need to constantly grow. Like, grow, and not just physically grow. Like, if you're a dude, you want to get physically bigger, stronger. But why do you want to get physically bigger, stronger? You want to look more inviting to females because you want to reproduce. And it's like a subconscious thing, and it's an ego boost. You want to get the best job possible. You want to make the most money possible. You want to do all these things so you can have the most mates or the best mate. I think it's more. I don't know if humans are natural monotheistic. I don't think we're a monogamous species. I don't think we could be. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure you can make arguments for both sides of the coin, but I think we are multiple mate species. But in the world that we live in, the world that we created, that does not help. In the same way that I think addiction and ADHD and anxiety is an amazing feature. It's an amazing feature of the human mind, the human body. But right now in this day and age, it's not a good feature. It's a troubling feature. It's a feature that will make your life harder. It's a life that it's a feature that will make your job more stressful, make your life more stressful. It's a feature that you probably just don't want right now. But in olden days, anxiety was the best. You were the tribe leader. You were the one that people wanted to pay attention to. ADHD, you were probably out there just stabbing things, eating things left and right. But it's not a feature. It's a bug now. It's a thing in our system that you probably don't want. And so I always look at humanity as that. Like, we're in a weird way, we're a parasite. Like, we grow on this planet, we take up space. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is yours. And like, if I want what you have, even though I already have something, I want to take it. And if you don't believe what I believe in, i.e. Nazis and Jews, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna take all your shit. I'm going to kill your people. I'm going to lock you in a chamber, gas you out so you can't reproduce, so we don't have any more of you anymore. And that's Hitler to the Jews. And And like we do these things. Like, I don't like your beliefs. I'm going to take a plane, hijack it, kill everyone on the plane, and then fly it in your building and take down your whole economic system, the World Trade Center. And I'm going to destroy you. Oh, you did that to us? We're going to get all of our military, put $6 trillion into it, and bomb the living shit out of all your countries. That's people. That's not America. That's people. That's the human race. In a weird way, we are a parasite. We expand. If we want it, we take it. If we want it, we kill it. We level with the playing field. We get rid of it. And it's like, and then we somehow, and then there's like these times of peace where like the parasite's expanding. You know, like parasites are fascinating. You can't just solo dolo it. You got to expand. You got to grow. You got to raise a little parasite family. And then after the piece is over, you take down the world again. Literally take down the world. We're destroying the planet. It's fascinating, dude. I don't know. And then I meet people. I'm like, oh, this is why we're having an issue. This is why we're having an issue. Because you don't even want to listen to the other people in your group of people. It's I wouldn't say it's not sad. It's expected. I'm not shocked by it. I understand it. Do I agree with it? No. Do I think it's dangerous? Absolutely. Do I think it's something that we're going to live with forever? Yeah, absolutely. Parasites don't have peace. You're not going to find peace in humanity ever. 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 Peace does not exist. It will never exist. I have a theory that if it exists, if we strive for peace, and if we ever get it, that would be the downfall of the world. Because humans aren't peaceful. We want what's ours. I think if you're looking for peace, communism has been that, and it's never worked out. Because people always want more than their neighbor. Or they want more from within. And if you can't do more because you're not going to get paid more, you're not going to move up in the chain, your whole life has been set for you at birth, you're going to lash out. You're going to become violent. Because you want to progress. Because humans love progression. You know? God, we're such a weird species. I had beautiful conversations with my friends this past weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and like that's what people need to do. People don't have conversations. People don't have challenging conversations. Like I spoke to some really smart people, and it's like things are not easy to figure out. Like I was talking about religion, and I'm not religious. I'm atheist. I don't believe in faith. I think it's a net negative for society. I really do. But I think I don't know. To me, it seems biological. It seems like blood in our body. Like if you put a human, I think they will believe in something because life in itself is too scary. And like people don't want to believe that they're the only person. I have a massive headache right now. What the hell, dude? I'm trying to get rid of it with this coffee, but like, oh, it's not going away. Jesus Christ, man. Maybe the fire is doing it. No, I don't know. I'm just being a bitch. But yeah, like religion is such a fascinating thing. Like it's always been a thing until like the 1800s. You know, when Darwin came, I've always thought I've never put too much thought into it, but recently I've been putting more and more thought into it. Like Darwin was a motherfucker. That dude must have been nobody believed in evolution at the time. Maybe a few people here and there, but the majority of people didn't. He comes in, and this dude is saying that we have come from chimpanzees. We come from chimpanzees. Are you kidding me? This guy is just making these outrageous... He's just saying these crazy things. He's not just saying science, but he's debunking an entire world that we've ever known. Like, who does that? Who is brave enough to do that? I don't know of anybody who's brave enough to do that. And I've never thought about it. Yeah, he had like, he thought black people were not as, they weren't the superb race. And I understand all these flaws that he had and these wrong ways of thinking and these ideas that obviously just don't keep up with modern times. But dude, the set of balls that guy had to just speak out on an entire world. It's crazy to me. He started like this science revolution. And like Aristotle and like Socrates, like these guys who like looked up at the stars and said, no, there's more to us. There's more to this planet and this thing. Like that's like, who thought about that? Who looked up at the sky and said, there's more out there? Like, I just think of this dude with like just this burly beard and this huge chest, just with these nuts, these massive nuts, just filled with all the testosterone, just out there saying, you know what? Yeah, man, like, I understand your Jesus is here, and I understand these plants are here, and these trees and these waters, but like, look up. You see that shit? There's more of us out there. What? More of what out there? We don't even know what us are. Jesus, there's no way God made that too. I mean, making this seems like a pain in the ass. I mean, have you seen someone try to build a building? It takes a long time for an architecture to put together a building. Imagine trying to put together the whole damn planet, bro. I don't know. I think it's incredible. I really do think it's incredible. I feel like I have more to talk about. I don't really know what I ever talk about though. Like you guys are powerful people, man. Sit here and listen to my dumbass speak. I don't even know what I talk about half the time, and it doesn't really get me in trouble that much. But sometimes it makes me go like, huh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So like, let's see what I put on the list. Could I have been a Nazi? Well, let's well, we're gonna have to dive into that one because you can't just say things like that. Bitcoin is down so much money. Okie dokie. Are you on your way home? Let's just check. Stalkerish. Yeah, I have, this is a thought that it's not, I wouldn't say it's intrusive, but it's a thought that comes up maybe too much. It's not that it's too much, but that I think about it more than anybody else does. And it's because of my German descent. And I think fundamentally it's a debate of determinism versus free will. Not determinism, but do we have free will? I don't like the word determinism because that philosophy is everything ever is already set out for you, and you're just filling in the gaps. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Determinism. Is a philosophical view that all events are determined completely by previously existing causes. Deterministic theories throughout the history of philosophy have sprung from diverse and sometimes overlapping motives and consideration. Opposite of free will. Opposite of free will. What is the opposite of free will in philosophy? Okay, so it is. It's the same thing. Okay, so yeah, okay. Hard determinism is that I don't know. I don't like that word determinism. I don't believe in free will because I think everything that we do is a chemical release of our body, and I don't know if we're choosing to do things, but I think we're reacting to our environment. That's what I think. Who's the father? The father of free will. Who's this dude? John Cassian, was John Cassian church father and a pupil of John, an all Eastern father accepted. John Cassian, known as John the Ascetic, and John Cassian the Roman, was a Christian monk and theologian celebrated in both the Western and Eastern cultures for his mystical writings. Is noted for his role in bringing the ideas of practices of Christian monotheism. Oh, that asshole! You brought in goddamn Jesus, dog. But I think because I was having a conversation with one of my friends about this, and it's I think a lot of people don't really find it. They don't really find it. They don't really have time for it. They don't really want to listen to it, which I totally get. Like, it's not. It's a simple question, and here's the question. Here's what I debate all the time with myself is if it was 1936, 1937, and I was a 15, 16, 17-year-old man, and I was living in if I was living in Germany, and we just got defeated from World War I. and we're the laughing stock of the whole world. We're not allowed to trade. We're not allowed to do anything. We're piss poor because I was Germany after World War One. We were piss poor. We had nothing. And this man comes in, this loud, enthusiastic, people would eventually say crazy, psychopathic, insane human being. Would this guy, and he's promising us all this change. He's going to save Germany. He's going to take back what's ours because Germany lost what they lost land in World War One. This is our land. This is our land. This is not your land. We will save the economy. We will expand the nation. We will give you meaning in this life. This guy's saying this. This guy's name is Adolf Hitler. He's saying these things. I'm an impressioned 16, 17, 18-year-old man. Would I have gone into the Nazi military? Would I have chosen the Nazi party? And it's a disturbing question to ask, especially if you're of German descent like I am. It's a disturbing question to ask, but I think it's a question that needs to be asked and needs to be answered honestly. Because in my perspective is I don't know, but I grapple with the fear that I could have been. And the reason why I grapple with that fear is because it puts in perspective in my head that the person that I am, yes, there was choices that I made, I think there was choices that I made, but in order to make choices, you've had to have an experience in an environment that's impressionable on you. And yes, there's certain things in my head that I choose to look at one way, where if you take somebody else, they look at it the other way. I don't know if I'm making that decision or if my life experiences are leading me to make that decision or the chemical balance in my body is choosing me to make that decision. I know people in my life who are anxious people. I am not. I don't sit at an anxious, my heart, like if you took a brain imaging scan of my brain, my amygdala, I would assume is not nearly as activated as somebody who, like my partner, who probably has an overly active amygdala for whatever reason. Genetics, environment, chemical makeup, who knows? And who really cares? Because, well, it actually does matter, but it's a conflicting question to ask because you want to say no. And I don't know why I even obsess about it. I don't know why it even bothers me because it shouldn't bother me because I'm not that. I wasn't born at that time. But it's important to do that because I think if you continuously go through this life like, no, that's not me, you're never going to have sympathy for people who are not you. And I think that's kind of what's missing right now in this country. And, and I know football, it's just football. I get it. I make fun of football all the time. I would never play it. I would never do it. But there is something beautiful about it right now. It's bringing people together. It really is. Like I was watching, what was the main game I was watching? I watched NFL Red Zone, so it's just bunch of different games. But I was really fascinated with, what was it? Oh my God, I'm not going to remember. Oh, the Cardinals and the Vikings. I was watching the Cardinals and the Vikings game. And as I'm sitting there, they're playing in Arizona, which is it's a Republican state. But in the cities, it's much more of a blue state, much more of a Democrat state. And I'm watching this game, and it's not about politics. It's about football. It's about two teams, two fan bases who want to beat the other one. But when the winning's over, when the game's over, there's a winner and there's a loser. And people are okay with that because their team didn't play good enough to win. And it's like you take that and you pull that out. That's what we need again in this country. Understanding that sometimes there's a winner and there's a loser. And sometimes you don't have to always win and lose. And it's okay to lose. It doesn't always mean someone cheated or somebody's being evil. Someone's led with evil ideology. I guarantee if you take that stadium, I would say it's for a majority of Republican people there, 70-30, but 30% and 70%, they're not fighting. They're just enjoying a game. Because I think that's the reality of humanity. Like we understand each other. And we can think about these things. Would I have been a Nazi? I don't think so. I don't want to say yes, but I could have been, and that's scary. But I'm not going to sit here and say I would not be. because I don't know. Just like I don't know if I would be anti-abortion. I'm not, but I could have been. I was brought up Roman Catholic. Like I forget that sometimes. I was brought up Roman Catholic, which is like the most aggressive, most traditional faith. Maybe some would say in the world. But a Roman Catholic is a Roman Catholic. They are no drinking, be a virgin. I mean everything. Yeah, I talk to a priest behind a screen once a week. I mean everything. It's intense. Don't use God, like don't say goddamn. Don't curse. Don't talk back. Like it's an intense faith. I could have been a different person, but I'm not, and I understand that. But if I was that person, I would be anti-abortion. I would probably be anti-homosexuality. But that doesn't make me sick to my stomach. That makes me go like, "Oh, that's good. I'm not." And but I can deal with that. I can deal with that. It's not like exciting, but it's okay. It's okay. Same way I don't agree with a lot of people who are anti-abortion, who are a lot of these things that I don't fundamentally think are right or wrong, but I can understand. 4/16 of the way done with school, 25% of the way there. October, November, December. Maybe I got my weeks all wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got them right. 16 weeks of school. How many weeks is a semester? How many weeks is a college semester? I can't believe I'm graduating. Holy shit, that's 15. Okay, 15. So 15. So 4/15. We're almost there. We're almost there, my friends. Let's run over some news real quick, see what's going on. I got 3 more minutes. Search for fiance after remains found. They found her body. Gabby Petito. I haven't really been watching it too much. Body consisting description of Gabby Petito found in Bridger-Teton National Forest. I think that's in Wyoming. Bridger-Teton. Bridger. Teton. Teton. Wyoming. Yeah. Yeah. Dude slaughtered her, killed her, murdered her, left her body in this beautiful, goddamn, that's a beautiful part of the country. Dude, he murdered her and then put her in like a beautiful part of the country. It's fucked up. Definitely should not murder your girlfriend, but oh my God, that's beautiful. No but. I didn't mean a but. Just saying it's beautiful there. Jesus, that's all I'm saying. It's a beautiful part of the country. Shouldn't murder anybody. It's a bad idea. But yeah, it looks like they found her body, which is good. I guess I don't know how he killed her, but I don't think the guy looks crazy. And also traveling in a van seems a little crazy too. It's senseless. Northport community heartbroken after remains found in Wyoming. I think the dude's still in the loose. Here we go. A little Russian news for you. Gunman opens fire at Russian university. At least 8 dead. That's always great to see. Kidding. Such mass shootings had been rare in Russia, but are becoming more common. Wonder why. I don't think you can carry guns. What are the gun laws? Gun laws in Russia. Soviet Russia. They may be acquired for self-defense, hunting, or sports activity, as well as for collection purposes. Rifles and shotguns with barrels less than 20 inches long are prohibited, and firearms which shoot and burst have more than 10 cartridge capacity suppressors are prohibited. So you can't silently shoot people. But yeah, that sucks, man. School shootings are not cool. I feel like they've been down this year, in America at least. The college ones are brutal because those are older people, so the Virginia Tech one was just absolutely disgusting, horrible. I'm trying to get that mega bill through. I don't think they're going to get that through. Good luck with that. I don't want to pay more taxes. Elon Musk mocks President Biden after SpaceX completes first all-civilian mission. I have to see that because that's hilarious. Oh, yeah. They didn't, yeah. That's so funny. Okay. The President of the United States, okay, so this is on Twitter from a guy named R. Hensing. This is terrible. This is why people hate Elon, because he does shit like this. I think it's hilarious, but I also think funny's funny. The president of the United States has refused to even acknowledge the 4 newest American astronauts who helped raise hundreds of millions of dollars for St. Jude. What's your theory on this and why? Elon says he's still sleeping. Hilarious. He probably is still sleeping. Probably taking a nap. If I was him, I would be napping all the time because I wouldn't want to deal with the press. They're so aggressive. That should sound cool. I'm done with the podcast anyways. Baltimore neighborhood's last remaining restaurant closed down due to a lack of kitchen staff. Beautiful. Great. Awesome. That's good. No one wants to work anymore. I like it. It's good. Good direction we're moving. Great direction we're moving here. No one has to work anymore. Free money for everybody. Guys, thank you so much for watching the podcast. I'm going to go ahead and end it here before I go off with another tangent. Episode 227 is now over. I'll catch you guys in episode 228 of the Michael Lapp Show. Have a beautiful first day of fall on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on the 23rd of September. Peace out. See you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week.